Long as the Indy 500. Along with the 500, Monaco is part of the so-called Triple Crown of motorsports. Drivers are practicing today. Coverage of that race begins at 7:30 on Sunday morning. Before we jump forward to the weekend, Todd, you saw lots of people out there for Carb Day. What kind of weather can we expect going into the afternoon?
You know, beautiful. There's not a weather issue at all. In fact, this is the best weather I can remember in the near past couple years for Carb Day. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's not too hot. It's not too chilly. It's not too humid. It's not too windy. It's basically just about perfect. 68 right now in Indy, 66 in Frankfurt, 69 in Bloomington, as well as Muncie. Here's a view from IMS, right past the water tower there, Speedway racing capital of the world, and you can see there is not a cloud in the sky. And it's not just here in central Indiana, but you have to go several hundred miles away from the state of Indiana to even find some clouds, as high pressure is firmly in control. So if you are heading out to the track here this afternoon, your temperatures will climb up into the mid-70s. It's very comfortable. Make sure you have the sunscreen handy as your highs will get up to about 77, 78 degrees. Now going forward in this forecast, we'll talk about the race day forecast, which has some changes, Memorial Day as well, and then the big time heat that settles in by the middle of next week. It's all in Maine weather in just a couple minutes.
All right, Todd, we'll see you then. A reprimand and $3,000 fine for the Indiana doctor who performed an abortion on a 10-year-old girl from Ohio. After a 14-hour hearing, the Indiana Licensing Board made a ruling in Dr. Kaylin Bernard's case late last night. The board found Bernard violated federal and state patient privacy laws when she talked to a reporter about the girl's case. This all happened in the wake of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, and states looked to pass their own abortion laws. The board's decision was not unanimous, and they also found she did not violate any rules when it came to reporting abuse and her fitness to practice medicine. Attorney General Todd Rokita vowed to investigate Bernard, and this is what his office had to say about the board's decision.
This case was about patient privacy and the trust between the doctor and a patient that was broken. What if it was your child, your parent, or your sibling in a medical crisis, and the doctor who you thought was on your side ran to the press for political reasons? It's not right, and the facts were presented today made that very clear.
Bernard and her attorney did not comment after the hearing, but this is what her colleagues had to say about the ruling.
I think it's incredibly unfortunate, as the intimidation of Dr. Bernard sends a message that this can happen to any physician that's providing comprehensive evidence-based health care to their patient.
It's terrible. You know, as physicians, we, like Dr. Wilkinson has said, are just trying to do the best things for our patients and their families. And this decision really calls into question our ability to do that.
Now Bernard will be fined $1,000 for each violation. She was also given a letter of reprimand. Neither of those, though, will impact her ability to practice medicine or treat patients. IU Health says it does not agree with the board's decision, and the health system believes Dr. Bernard was compliant with privacy laws. Turning to this now, 3 people convicted of killing former IU football player Chris Beatty are set to learn their sentence next month. A jury found Marcus Anderson, Elijah Jones, and Nakia Shields are guilty of murder and multiple counts of armed robbery. Beatty was killed during the protests and riots in downtown Indianapolis in the summer of 2020. The group is also guilty of robbing several people at gunpoint at the same night. Their sentencing hearing is now scheduled for June 21st. Indianapolis has a new plan to cut back on gun violence, but it's not clear how much of that plan can actually be put into action. The new plan focuses on strengthening law enforcement, targeting gun violence, and building holistic community-based solutions. A portion of the plan would allow private groups to designate gun-free zones on leased-out public property during special events. It's something some community advocates say could work, but they want to see details.
If they find guns on someone in the zone-free zones, then what are you going to do? Or are you just going to give them a little spank on the hand and they pay like a $100 fine? I think the penalties for such things need to be very stiff.
Other portions of the mayor's violence reduction plan would increase the age to buy a handgun to 21, ban the sale of AR-15 style rifles, and end permitless carry and concealed carry of handguns in Marion County. But that's something the state legislature would need to approve. We reached out to several local lawmakers, but none of them were willing to speak on this proposal. Memorial Day travel is ramping up. What you can expect on the road and in the air coming up. And the Indy 500 is all about the racing and the memories, how it's changed over the years for one Hoosier native, and his message for the 107th running. Welcome back to the News at Noon. A big part of the Indy 500 is a lifetime of memories race fans make, and they love to share those memories. Now, one Hoosier native reminds us race day wasn't always so family friendly. WRTV's Nico Panisi shares his story.
When we think of the Indy 500, we think of a Hoosier tradition. I got the chance to speak to a gentleman who says the tradition of the 500 is encapsulated in this photo. This is him and his friends, and he shares a bit of the story behind what happened that day. Let me warn you, it's a bit wild. Take a look.
Come on, get in here.
A table lined with photographs.
This is a 66 Suburban we bought to take to the 500.
Memories of times past.
Donnie Smith, still one of my best friends.
At the greatest spectacle in racing.
It's Indiana. You know, no matter your political status or your race or your whatever, it's Indiana, man.
33 cars, 230 miles per hour, a crowd of hundreds of thousands. The Indy 500 has been a staple of Cass County resident Kerry Worthington's life since he was 9 years old.
The first lap of the Indianapolis 500 is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, except when my kids were born. It makes, still to this day, or the last time I went, it makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
Today, the 62-year-old still carries memories of the debauchery and mayhem that was the 500 in the 1980s. Dozens of snapshots caught on camera.
Handsome devil then, wasn't I?
But one in particular sticks out.
I'm here. That's Hair Bear, Kenny Bear.
Worthington says this black and white photo has become an iconic image of the 500. It's even on display at the walls of the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. But what's the story behind the image? In 1986, he bought the car from a buddy for about $100. Cut off the top, painted the sides, and then he got the idea to light it on fire.
That was my nickname. They just started, they wanted to keep flipping it back and forth. So they kept flipping the car back and forth. I don't know what it was.
And when it finally landed, that's when he and his buddies hopped up and said cheese for the camera. He says a common misconception is that the photo was taken in the snake pit, when it was actually taken nowhere near there.
We were crazier in the snake pit, but no, they got the one that got all the publicity. So we were the kings of the four-turn bathroom. We called ourselves infield rats.
And the rest is history. And speaking of wild parties, the Snake Pit at the Indy 500 will feature 5 EDM superstars and will be headlined by Grammy-nominated artist Cascade. The performances will begin the morning of race day on a stage in the infield near Turn 3 of the IMS Oval. At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Nico Panisi, WRTV.
I love seeing that history, Nico. Thank you. Well, race fans will recognize a familiar voice on Sunday. World-famous opera singer and Indy native Angela Brown will sing God Bless America during the pre-race ceremonies. The Crispus Attucks graduate last performed the patriotic tradition in 2017, Todd. We love seeing those performances.
Oh, absolutely. It should be a special one out there at the track, and the weather should cooperate as we go forward here throughout the remainder of your Carb Day. We are in a great shape. We'll have mostly sunny skies as we work our way into Legends Day, mostly sunny with temperatures right around 80 degrees and just a little more in the way of cloud cover on a race day and breezy conditions. We'll break it all down for you coming up in your WRTV Storm Team Forecast.
From Indy's streaming news leader, this is WRTV News at Noon, streaming now.
We'll have lots of visitors in the Circle City this weekend, but travel numbers are expected to be way up across the country during this holiday weekend. AAA says air travel alone may exceed 2019 by more than 5% this year. It could be the busiest weekend for airports since 2005. So TSA shared this reminder if you're traveling through Indianapolis International Airport during the post-race and holiday rush.
What we find sometimes is that people are trying to bring bags that are too big through the new CT machines, which are our new X-ray machines, and it's because they missed the bag check-in time at the gate. So they kind of like, oh, I can't check it in. I'm going to try and push it, and those bags will no longer fit through our new X-ray scanners. So make sure you're only bringing standard size carry-on bags through, and give yourself plenty of time.
Good advice. AAA also says most travelers will be driving to their destinations this year, but car traffic will be down slightly when compared to pre-pandemic levels since gas prices are still higher than levels in 2019. Todd, why go anywhere? Stay here for Memorial Day weekend.
Right, you should. We're a better place to be than in the Indianapolis 500 or in central Indiana over Memorial Day. Outside right now, we're dealing with a great day in progress. I mean, it is about as perfect as it comes for late May. Here's a live look in Greencastle, and there's not a cloud in the sky, and temperatures have warmed from the 40s this morning. It was a little on the cool side. We're up to 68 right now. Look at the humidity, 39%, extremely low, and that means a lot of dry air is in place, and that's going to help us out come race day. The wind just light out of the northeast here at 12 miles per hour. Everybody's within a couple degrees of each other temperature-wise, and everybody's in the mid to upper 60s, 69 in Bloomington and Muncie, 68 the current temperature in Kokomo. High pressure is firmly in control of our forecast. Whenever high pressure is right on top of you, you get days like today with light winds and lots of sunshine. Now, this area of high pressure is going to start to slide off towards the east coast. And the reason I point that out to you is you see the storm system that's down along the Carolinas. As that high slides off to the east, it's going to force this storm system inland rather than making its way up the coast. And that's going to become a little bit of a player in our forecast as we work our way towards race day. Nothing too terrible. I'll show you in just a second. But for today, we're going up into the mid to upper 70s for your highs, again with that sunshine and the low humidity. If you have plans this Friday evening, temperatures will drop down into the 60s pretty quickly once the sun sets. So you may want to have a light jacket handy. And then as we start the day tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s. A little bit of a cooler start once again to your Saturday. If you're heading downtown for the parade tomorrow, should be beautiful. Bring the sunscreen, lots of sunshine. Temperatures as we get going with that parade climbing into the 70s. Your high tomorrow is right